Stop me if this has happened to you. You paid cash at Wendy's or Kroger, and the cashier simply didn't give you exact change. Maybe they rounded you up. Maybe they rounded you down. The reason for this sudden chaos isn't a random coin shortage. It is the immediate fallout from the death of the American penny. The final act of a slow, decades-long financial scandal that was costing you, the taxpayer, millions. Today, we expose the secret reason the U.S. government finally killed the 1-cent coin. The biggest secret behind the penny is its price tag. The government wasn't just making a coin. It was guaranteed to lose money on every single one produced. According to U.S. Mint's final reports, it costs a staggering 3.69 cents to produce and distribute a single penny. That's nearly 4 times its face value. Think about that. A product that is guaranteed to lose money before it even leaves the factory, all to put a coin in your hand that you likely won't even use. As metal costs, particularly for zinc and copper, soared over the last 2 decades, the losses spiraled out of control. By the time the final decision was made, the Mint was projecting an annual loss of roughly $56 million just on the penny alone. It was the ultimate example of government waste, subsidized by the very taxpayer it was supposed to serve. It finally took a direct order from the White House to end the madness. President Donald Trump, citing the coin's wasteful cost, directed the Treasury to halt production earlier this year. On November 12, 2025, the U.S. Mint in Philadelphia struck its last circulating penny, bringing an end to over 230 years of production. The financial waste was only half of the secret. The other half was that the penny had become functionally worthless. When the coin was first introduced in 1793, a penny held real buying power. Today, you can't buy anything with it. Economists calculate that for the average American, you earn 1 cent in about 2 seconds of labor. It's simply not worth your time to pick one up off the street, or even count them out at a register. This worthlessness created a bizarre problem: hoarding. There are an estimated 300 billion pennies in existence across the U.S., far exceeding the amount needed for commerce. They sit in jars, sock drawers, and car consoles. Because people stopped circulating them, the government was constantly forced to make more of the money-losing coins just to replace the ones languishing in your junk drawer. It was a monetary system constantly fighting itself. It reached a point where the coin had such low value that some studies showed Americans would rather throw the penny directly into the trash than carry it. The coin was no longer a tool of commerce. It was a nuisance. The penny is still legal tender, but the supply line is dead. Retailers were left scrambling, and the transition has been messy. With no clear federal mandate on rounding, businesses like McDonald's, Wendy's, and Kroger are setting their own rules, and the policy often depends on where you shop. Some chains, like Wendy's and Quick Trip, have chosen to round down cash transactions to the nearest nickel to avoid legal issues and keep customers happy. If your order is $$10.23, you only pay $$10.20. In this scenario, the penny's death actually gives you a small, automatic discount on every purchase. Other businesses are using standard rounding, meaning they go up or down to the nearest 5 cents, forcing the consumer to pay an extra few cents on some purchases. The lack of standardized rules has made a simple cash purchase suddenly feel like a confusing math problem. While the penny's end may bring simplicity to commerce in the long run, like it did in Canada, the short-term impact is pure chaos for cash payers. The penny is gone, but the fundamental problem of wasteful coin production is not. Here's the final, greatest irony of the penny's demise. The next smallest coin, the nickel, costs even more to produce. According to the U.S. Mint, it costs about 13.78 cents to make a single 5-cent coin, a bigger loss per coin than the penny ever was. By eliminating the penny, experts fear the government will simply have to print more of the nickel to replace it, multiplying the losses on a new lowest denomination coin. The secret reason the penny died was financial, a simple, stubborn cost crisis. But the penny's departure is just the beginning of a larger debate. The question now is not if the nickel is next, but when